Hello, welcome Slashers, Knifegripped here, and welcome to a new series by name of When Dolls Attack, where I talk about evil dolls in horror movies and in real life. Now, there's a lot of things that I could have done a first episode on, but I thought that the first ever episode on this series needs to be about Robert the Doll. Not the Robert the Doll movies, as those will get coverage in the near future. The reason for this being is because, well, a lot of people say that Chucky is heavily inspired off of Robert the Doll because of some similar story beats. You guys will see very soon, but I can assure you guys that as confirmed by Don Mancini and Tom Holland, Chucky is not inspired by Robert the Doll. But if you want to see more episodes on this series, I'm going to be covering a bunch of stuff from Dolly Dearest all the way to Annabelle one day, so if you want to see more episodes of this series, make sure to leave a like. I should also mention real quick that today that this video is going up will mark the 10-year anniversary of my channel. Yes, that is right, I created this YouTube channel 10 years ago today. But I should also mention that Tony Biz, one of the directors of Charles, also has a birthday today, so make sure to wish him a happy birthday. But I just want to get into all that real quick. Let's get into this video. Robert the Doll is a highly unique handmade doll made by the Steiff Company of Germany around the turn of the century. 3 feet tall and stuffed with wood wool, he wears a sailor suit and once bowler painted features. He also holds a stuffed lion. His size hints they may have been fashioned in the image of his constant companion, a boy named Robert Eugene Odo. The original owners of Robert the Doll are Robert Eugene Odo, as well as his parents Mrs. and Mr. Odo. The doll took his name as Robert, as the young boy just simply went by Gene. The boy, his parents, and the doll all went to live in a house located in Key West, Florida. As for how the family ended up with Robert the Doll, let me explain. The Odo family owned a plantation, and they had many servants who worked on the property. Mrs. Odo was really cruel to the workers, and one day Mrs. Odo caught the workers practicing black magic, and then she fired them because of it. As a form of punishment, one of the workers gave Gene Robert the doll, but before giving Gene the doll, she used black magic to possess it with an evil spirit. The boy, Gene, and Robert the doll became inseparable. Wherever Gene went, he took Robert with him, and he even spoke to Robert like he was a living person. Things seemed a bit normal, but as some time passed, things started to take a very bizarre turn. Gene would have full-on conversations with Robert the doll, and the family always heard a deep and bizarre voice respond to everything that Gene said. The family at first just assumed that Gene was making these voices himself, but they quickly realized that the voice was just overall too deep. It sounded much more different. Gene would go on to have some very terrifying experiences with the doll. Gene and Robert both slept in the same bed together, and several nights Gene's parents would hear Gene screaming at the dead of night. When they went to go check on him, furniture was thrown about all over Gene's room. Gene would be fast asleep while Robert would be sitting in the corner. Gene would blame Robert for these occurrences, saying that Robert did it. The family claimed that they've seen Robert move on several different occasions, and wherever the doll was, they heard giggles in that direction. And the neighbors even noticed Robert moving from the windows of the house. The family got to the point to where they locked Robert in the attic, and he remained there for many years. However, guests that would visit their house would often hear footsteps and maniacal laughter coming from the attic. As Gene grew older, his fixation on Robert the doll never really went away. Gene inherited his childhood home after his parents had passed away. Gene would go on to settle down with his wife Anne there. Gene would actually go on to become a well-known artist in the Key West area, and Gene would later on go on to reunite with Robert the doll. Gene's wife Anne, however, was terrified of the doll. She hated being around him. But regardless, Gene had fallen back into his obsession of Robert the doll. Every night, Gene would place Robert the doll in a chair in the couple's bedroom, pretty much having Robert watch them sleep every night. And Gene would often paint in the upstairs turret room with Robert in his presence. Gene's attachment to Robert caused conflict between him and his wife. As time went on, Gene started acting unlike himself, as he would often have mood swings. This would go from complete anger to out-of-place behavior, then back to himself. This was not in the favor of Anne, as Gene was physically abusive during these mood swings. After these mood swings, Gene wouldn't even remember what happened, and would go as far as to blame Robert for it. Robert Eugene Odo lived from October 25th, 1900 to June 24th, 1974, and his wife Anne passed away not long after. New people later on go to purchase the home after their passing. And like everything that happened to the Odo family, the new residents of the home also dealt with the same kind of dramatic experiences as well. If you don't know already, you might be wondering, where is Robert the doll now? Robert the doll was given to the East Martello Museum, which is located in Key West, Florida. Inside the museum, he is behind a glass case in the basement of the building. Robert the doll is over 110 years old, and you yourself can visit Robert the doll in Key West, Florida. Just make sure to follow his rules that Robert the doll made himself. He doesn't like his picture being taken without you politely asking first. And sometimes he'll let you take a picture and sometimes he won't. The people who don't obey this rule soon after start to face some pretty serious consequences. The list goes from near fatal car crashes, broken bones, divorce, sickness, job loss, and all around bad luck. The list goes on. I could have swore that I heard from somewhere that you have to look out for a sign that allows him for you to take his picture, but upon looking it up, I can't really find anything. So honestly, I don't know. Also, do not make fun of him. And he doesn't really like being touched either. Not that he can be touched by you because, well, he's behind a glass case. But still, he doesn't like being touched. So pretty much, don't disrespect him or his rules, or he's coming for you. The people who did disrespect him and disobey his rules or make fun of him were unfortunate enough to face his wrath, which is why his glass case is covered in apology letters, as these are people asking for his forgiveness and for him to release the curse he has on him, which overall goes to show that Robert the doll is no joke. One apology letter reads, "Dear Robert, I want to express my deep regret for the things I said while I was visiting you, along with taking your picture without permission. Before meeting you, my life was going along okay. Since meeting you, life has gotten very hard for me. I would very much appreciate it if you released me of the curse you have on me, so I could get on with my life." Just wow. I just wish that Robert the doll got more respect in his movie adaptations. The movies are stupid, and I will get to covering those in the future. I've only seen the first movie, and that was stupid. It was a Chucky ripoff kind of thing. The sequels, however, look far worse. Like I said, I'll cover those in the future. But I want to one day see an actual movie-accurate Robert the doll film, not this Chucky knockoff crap. But anyway, when people visit Robert the doll, they claim they feel a very sinister presence around him. Some even claim that when they look at Robert, his expression changes. Some people even claim that Robert the doll can move inside the glass case. And some even say that during the night, he can move out of the glass case entirely. And to mention one thing, to this day, blame it on Robert has become a very common excuse for pranks in the Key West area. You may or may not know of an online store where you could buy Robert the Doll snow globes, magnets, voodoo doll keychains, and a miniature Robert the Doll. But what you may not know is that by buying one of these miniature Robert the Dolls, you're potentially letting something into your life. Bad luck on Robert the Doll's end. And I think this might just be if you buy one of their dolls from the museum. I'm not 100%, but yes, investing in one of these Robert the Dolls can cause bad luck in your life, as weird shit begins to happen in their house after buying one of these things. I'm not sure about the snow globe or the voodoo doll keychain. I'm not sure if buying those also affect you, but people have completely sent their miniature Robert the Dolls back due to bizarre and weird occurrences going on in their house after buying one. One of the few people who have dealt with the weird occurrences that I just stated here are the Osbournes, as stated on the Osbournes Wanna Believe show. The Osbournes Wanna Believe is a show that talks about paranormal activity as well as UFOs. Just pretty much anything supernatural. It's a show featuring obviously the rock star Ozzy Osbourne, Ozzy's son Jack Osbourne, and Ozzy's wife Sharon Osbourne. But in one of their episodes, Ozzy said he blew up a miniature Robert the Doll for an episode on their world tour series, and it somehow miraculously survived. Since then, and them owning one, they've claimed to have dealt with bad luck and weird occurrences. Hopefully my video doesn't get copyrighted for showing this footage, but unfortunately, this episode is no longer up on YouTube, as that's how I found it.
Fucking thing.
Don't disrespect Bobby. So Robert.
Fuck that thing off. It's bad luck.
No, he's not.
It's bad luck.
All right. Well, we have a really.
Look at me. It ain't bad luck.
You blew him up. Just saying. It's your fault. You blew him up. If you hadn't blown him up, that's all I'm saying.
No, you shouldn't have fucked around when I told you about it. It's bad luck. And you
I respected him. I've had.
You know you kept fucking.
I had a great year after that. I got divorced. Want any last words to Robert?
Jack, fuck that thing off. It's bad luck, I keep telling you. You keep thinking it's fucking not. But just look what I was saying. Just look what's going on with me.
There has been an odd timeline since you blew him up. I will give you that.
You think it's fucking a joke?
Okay, I don't.
No, you think it's fucking joke all
I
along.
just can't tell when you're joking about it.
All along, when we first went to that fucking place. Because the guy told us that people would buy them and send them back because things would go wrong in their life.
You'll fucking send it back.
To move on, there was an incident that happened to an author by the name of David L. Sloan, who wrote a book called Ghosts of Key West. David was wanting to take pictures of Robert the Doll, but without his hat on. I don't know why, but that's what he wanted to do. So he went ahead and attempted to remove Robert the Doll's hat. When going to do that, he noticed something in Robert the Doll's eyes change. Like Robert the Doll was staring into his soul, or like he saw his soul staring back at him. A clear sign for him to stop what he was doing. But David proceeded to remove the hat anyway, and tried taking pictures of Robert the Doll. But then his camera refused to work. So he put the camera down and he put Robert the Doll's hat back on. After putting Robert the Doll's hat back on, his camera went off 4 times. So yeah, also do not remove his hat, because he loves his hat. But that was some of what I could find on Robert the Doll. He is a force to be reckoned with. Leave a like if you want to see me talk about Annabelle the Doll next. And make sure to leave suggestions for future videos on this series down below in the comments. I've come very far since launching this channel 10 years ago, and I'm thankful for all of you guys. And I hope you guys like this new setting. If you guys want me to use this setting for future videos like this, let me know. I'm sorry if my camera didn't focus as well as certain parts of the video. I think since I'm filming out here in the light it's a certain way, it's kind of messing with the camera's focus. So for that I apologize. But that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content, and definitely subscribe to Become a Slasher. All social media links and my merch down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching my Robert the Doll video. I worked really hard on researching this and filming it. A lot of work went into this video, and I wanted to do something very spooky for this video, so that's why I'm out here. But I'm out of here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget, guys, to keep on slashing. I'll see you on the next video. Also, I almost forgot, new merch design up on the store. Keep on slashing merch, finally. But yes, don't forget to keep on slashing. Link to merch down in the description below.